Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to speak on a very important topic which we have been listening very often nowadays. So, respected dignitaries on and off the dais, at the outset, let me thank all of you to give me an opportunity to be here on the dais and represent IHP. So, since last many years I've been working on autism and quite successfully with homeopathy, but there were times when even the well-selected Similibum was not able to help me. And at that time there was a lot of disappointment not only in me but also in the parents, and I could see that on the face of the parents. And then somehow I came to know about a system which was already existing, we know about it, but probably we don't use it very often. And then when I started using it along with homeopathy, and at sometimes only that system itself would take me out of the cases of autism. And not only in autism but many other cases where only emotional symptoms were considered, this system has helped me a lot. And therefore today, in spite, some people would say that it is not homeopathy, but Bach Flowers have a similar philosophy like homeopathy, because it was discovered by a homeopath called Dr. Edward Bach, based on mental emotional symptoms. And they have really helped me out in most difficult cases of autism, where homeopathy was not, probably because of my own, there were some problems that I could not find out the homeopathic remedy. But at that time it surely helped me, and I also used it as an adjuvant with our homeopathic remedy. So instead of a homeopathic simillimum and a placebo, I have many times given a group of flower remedies along with the constitutional remedy, which has accelerated the cure in a very faster rate. So I would like to share my experiences with you. So I am also a registered Bach flower practitioner from the Bach Center in UK. I have done 3 levels there. So once my interest in Bach flowers became more and more, I started learning more and more about it. So we decided to do a course with the Bach Center in UK, which is a level 3, and now I am doing also the trainer program also. So I am a level 3 practitioner of Bach Foundation in UK. So let's start.
There is a pointer.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we play the first video? I'll just show you some videos. Just to show the intensity of the children, I see these children who are so very violent, who are hitting themselves so much that the parents have to cover them in a blanket or shawl so that the child does not hurt themselves. And these are cases of adult autism also. So not only fear, not only lack of attention span or something, but a lot of violence is there, lot of destructivity is there. To handle such patients or handle such children, it is very difficult for the children, for the parents.
It's not opening, sir.
Can you play the first video? Some technical problem. Anyway, let's go to the presentation. So autism spectrum disorder, we'll just do a brief understanding, is a condition related to brain development that impacts how a person perceives and socializes with others, causing problems in social interaction and communication. This disorder also includes limited and repetitive patterns of behavior. It begins in early childhood, and therefore we always say that you have to catch as early as possible. Faster you catch, earlier you catch, you will be able to treat autism very fast. So socially in school and at work, often children show symptoms of autism within the first year. It can be diagnosed up to 3 years of age. They go through a period of regression between 18 and 24. This is the most important thing. The parents will always say that my child was developing normally up to 2 years, 3 years. The speech was okay, and at some time he started regressing. And that could be easily related with the ailments from in our repertory, where we find so many ailments from, like a death of a father, or a death of a grandfather, or even a death of a pet, father going away for business. All these things could be ailments for an autism child to develop. There are 3 basically issues. You see, there are behavioral issues, which normally 90% of autistic children are hyperactive, lot of temper tantrums, which is known as meltdowns, poor attention span, decreased concentration, poor focusing. They are not able to focus, they are not able to understand, they are in their own world. Secondly, there is a problem with speech, language, communication issues, which are major concerns. And lastly, there is social skills impairment, such as poor eye-to-eye contact. These children don't look at you. All of you have seen My Name is Khan, right? Where Shah Rukh Khan was suffering from Asperger's syndrome. So you saw that he was quite intelligent, but he was not able to make eye contact. He was suffering from Asperger's syndrome. So ASD is according to the spectrum. On the left side you see a lot of mental retardation. On the right side you see a lot of intelligent children also, which are known as autism spectrum children. So kinetic and motor patterns, some children present with predominant features pertaining to behavior like extreme restlessness, impulsiveness. They show a lot of impulsivity, lot of aggression, destructiveness and violence. On the other side, there could be a sensory pattern where there is hypofunctioning or hyperfunctioning of senses. That means, थोड़े भी आवाज से, little noise and they will start covering their ears. Or at the same time, you will have child who is banging loudly in order to get that sensory impulses, right? So there is a lot of oversensitivity to noise, touch, sound. The parents report that the child startles from sudden noise or sudden. And third is a regressive. So the third variety of autism is where they are in the regressive, where they will pass stools, they'll start eating their stools, they'll put their saliva here, they'll be all, this is a regressive type of autism, right? Now what are Bach flowers? All of us know that Bach flowers were invented by Dr. Edward Bach in 1920s and 1930s. He was a well-known bacteriologist, which is very, very important, biologist also, a homeopath and a pathologist. He was of course a student of Dr. Hahnemann. He found out that each remedy is associated with a basic human emotion and feeling. For example, if the drug mimulus is there, it is concerned with a lot of fear of known things. He is anxious and is afraid of things. So taking the remedy helps us overcome the fear and face it with courage. The remedies are in liquid form, so you can mix them depending upon the different emotions. Like Dr. Bach, we believe that healing on emotional levels has a knock-off effect on the other levels also. Why Bach flower lemon? Because they are very, very simple. Remember, not a elaborate case taking required. Just find out the emotion which is there, and you can give it. Accessibility is there. Cost-wise, they are quite low. Speed very, very fast. There is nothing like a 7-day or 15-day follow-up. One dose, and within few minutes or a few hours, you will get a response of change of emotion, and of course gentleness. Now let us look at some important Bach flower remedies. One of the important things that autistic kids come to you and the parents say that my child doesn't mix up with people. He appears very, very aloof. He does not mix up with other children. When we go to the park also, he is playing alone, doesn't want to go to other children. So one of the first most important remedies is water violet, remember. So water violet is for those who tend to be distant, private, reserved. These people are often aloof, independent and appear distant. In individuals with autism who have difficulty connecting with others, water violet may facilitate greater openness and communication. So one of the most important remedies that you will think in autism for aloof children not interacting with others, water violet can do wonders, remember that. Next remedy, chestnut bud, very, very important remedy, not learning from mistakes. So poor focus, poor attention, learning disabilities, careless, absent-minded. This remedy encourages attentiveness and ability to absorb information. These are the children who cannot learn. So imagine a child like Baraita Kaab who is not able to understand, not able to learn. Along with Baraita Kaab, I have given chestnut nut and it has wonders. It has done wonders, right? White chestnut is for repeated. Autistic children have repetitive acts like flapping of hands, rolling, steaming, doing the same thing again and again. White chestnut is a very, very important remedy for repeating speech, repeating phrases, echolalia, rocking, swaying, flapping, lot of thoughts in the mind going on. So white chestnut becomes another important remedy. Rock water is for rigidity of behaviors. Remember, autistic children have a very, very important thing is rigid behavior. They will do the same thing again and again. They want the same spoon, they want the same seat, they want the same car, they want to go on the same road. Any change in the routine will cause a lot of problems. So remember, rock water is a very, very important remedy for rigid behavior. So anybody very, very fastidious also. So our remedies like arsenic, Lux omega, carcinosin, when I could think of even rock water along with carcinosin, where it has worked really wonders. Next is willow. Lot of resentment, lot of temper tantrums, lot of anger, jumping, meltdowns. You see these kids at the mall throwing themselves down, hitting their heads. Think of willow, remember. Major temper tantrums. Walnut is a link breaker. Whenever the child changes school, whenever there is a change in family, some new person comes, or a person goes out, a pet comes in, or even a new child is born. That thing itself can cause a problem to the autistic child. So link breaker is a walnut. Anything transition. So for even pregnancy or lactation or marriage or change of house, you could think of walnut when you are not able to adjust. So when the child is not able to adjust, you could think of walnut remedy. Rock rose is for extreme fear. Remember, like our stramonium remedy, many a times these children get up in the night with lot of nightmares and too much scared, too much crying, not in control. Think of rock rose remedy. Very, very important remedy for a lot of fears and maniacal laughter and hysteria. Clematis. मेरा बच्चा अपनी ही दुनिया में रहता है, उसको मालूम नहीं क्या चल रहा है, कोई भी उसके बात कर रहा है, he doesn't know anything, he is in his own world. Number one remedy is clematis. Brings back to the reality. There are a lot of introverted okay. Heather, people who keep on talking, our lachesis, remember, people who keep on talking, they are known as buttonholers. They keep on talking, when parents are also talking, they will come in between and talk. So Heather becomes an important remedy. So many times I have done Heather along with lachesis, remember. So lachesis being the constitutional remedy, I have added Heather and it has really given a good response. Beach, people who are intolerant, lot of allergies, lot of intolerances. People who are picky eating. One of the most important thing in autism is the children. The mother says that मेरा बच्चा कुछ भी खाता नहीं, उसको एक ही चीज अच्छी लगती है खाने की. So picky eating के लिए you can think of beach remedy. Impatience, as it says, impatience, as if they are running around. One of the most important things is the hyperactivity. They keep running here and there as if a motor is applied to their part. So impatience is a very, very important remedy. Agreement जो अपनी बात express नहीं कर पाते. So there are many non-verbal autistic children. One of the first remedies that I think in order to bring speech would be agreement. And I have seen that after agreement the child has started speaking because he was not able to express his emotions. He was violent, destructive, but not able to talk. At that time, agreement is really worked wonders. Scleranthus for moody changes, change in mood. Cherry plum is lack of control. I had some patients where they hit on their head, they are not able to control their emotions. जहाँ पे भी word control आता है, जहाँ पे भी lack of control word आता है, you have to think of cherry plum. Wherever it is lack of control, think of cherry plum. Even a child passing urine in the bed in the night, nocturnal enuresis, you could think of cherry plum. If I am diabetic, I am not able to stop eating sweets, I can take cherry plum. Remember that. So cherry plum is for lack of control. Last is wine, which is very, very dominating, just like our lycopodium. Very, very dominating and dictatorial children. They want things to happen their way. Wine is an important remedy. Holy for jealous, suspicious children. Very, very jealous. When the second child comes in the family, the first child who has autism will have a lot of problems, remember. So think of holy. So how Bach Flower works? First is emotional regulation. Second is reducing stress and anxiety. Third is improving communication, social interaction. Fourth is enhancing focus and concentration. Last is promoting self-awareness and emotional expression. Okay, for someone, lastly I'll conclude, for someone with autism, this means addressing the challenges they face, whether it is rigid thinking, anxiety, sensory sensitivity, by selecting remedies that align with these specific emotions. Bach Flower remedies may provide targeted support, helping individuals with autism navigate their emotional world with greater ease. Flower remedies are used as a part of a holistic approach, remember, to managing emotional well-being and best utilized as a part of comprehensive treatment including behavioral therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, educational support and of course our community. Okay? Thank you very much. Autism is curable, always unique, totally interesting, sometimes. Thank you.